What if every choice you made could get someone killed, and you had no idea which choice was the wrong one? That terrifying concept sits at the center of Until Dawn, a horror story that transforms a simple night of survival into a psychological nightmare where every decision carries consequences. More than just a tale of monsters, isolation, and fear, the film explores guilt, responsibility, and the terrifying uncertainty of human judgment. At its core, Until Dawn is built around a question that almost everyone has asked at some point in life: what if things had turned out differently? The movie takes that question and turns it into horror. The story places its characters in an environment where trust becomes fragile and danger appears to be waiting around every corner. The isolation of the setting plays a major role in creating tension. Removed from the safety of society, the characters are forced to rely on one another, even when they begin suspecting that some members of the group may be hiding secrets. This creates one of the film's strongest themes: fear changes people. As pressure increases, personalities begin shifting. Friendships become strained. Loyalties are tested. Decisions that once seemed obvious become increasingly complicated. One of the most effective aspects of the movie is how it constantly challenges assumptions. Characters who initially appear confident become vulnerable. Individuals who seem weak reveal unexpected strength. The audience is repeatedly reminded that first impressions are unreliable. This uncertainty keeps viewers engaged because nobody feels completely safe. Another important theme throughout the film is guilt. Many of the characters are haunted by events from the past. Old mistakes, unresolved conflicts, and painful memories influence their actions long before the supernatural elements fully emerge. The horror is not only external. It is emotional. The film suggests that people often carry invisible wounds that can be just as dangerous as physical threats. This psychological layer adds depth to the story because survival becomes more than staying alive. It becomes a struggle for redemption. One of the hidden details many viewers overlook is the way the film uses darkness. The darkness is not merely an environmental obstacle. It functions as a symbol of uncertainty itself. Characters rarely possess complete information. The audience rarely possesses complete information. Everyone is forced to make decisions based on incomplete knowledge. This mirrors real life, where people must often act without knowing whether they are making the right choice. The film also explores the consequences of impulsive behavior. Throughout the story, moments of panic frequently create greater danger than the original threat. Fear causes mistakes. Desperation creates conflict. And conflict often leads to tragedy. This theme reinforces one of the movie's central messages: survival depends as much on emotional control as physical strength. Another fascinating element is the film's treatment of group dynamics. Rather than focusing exclusively on monsters or supernatural threats, the story pays close attention to how individuals behave under extreme stress. Trust slowly erodes. Paranoia spreads. Communication breaks down. As these problems intensify, the characters become increasingly isolated from one another even while occupying the same space. The movie suggests that division can be just as deadly as any creature lurking in the shadows. As the story progresses, the mystery deepens. Strange events begin connecting in unexpected ways. Pieces of information that once appeared insignificant gain new meaning. The audience is encouraged to constantly reassess what they believe. Every revelation creates new questions. Every answer introduces fresh uncertainty. This approach keeps tension high because viewers never feel fully confident about where the story is heading. One of the film's most impressive achievements is balancing supernatural horror with emotional storytelling. The scares are effective, but they never completely overshadow the human drama. At every stage of the narrative, the emotional consequences remain important. Characters are not simply trying to survive a terrifying night. They are confronting themselves, their fears, their regrets, and the choices that brought them to this moment. The ending of Until Dawn continues this focus on consequences. Rather than offering a simplistic resolution, the conclusion emphasizes the impact of decisions. Actions taken throughout the story shape the outcome in meaningful ways, reinforcing the idea that choices matter. This message elevates the film beyond a traditional horror experience. The monsters may be frightening. The atmosphere may be terrifying. But the most unsettling idea is that ordinary decisions can produce extraordinary consequences. The final moments leave viewers reflecting on responsibility, regret, and the fragile nature of survival. What makes Until Dawn memorable is not simply its horror. It is the way it transforms familiar fears into deeply personal questions. Would you make the right choice under pressure? Would you protect the people around you? Would you recognize danger before it was too late? And perhaps most importantly, would you survive until dawn? If you enjoyed this analysis and ending explained, make sure to subscribe to Movie Story Recaps, share this video with fellow horror fans, and let us know in the comments which movie we should cover next.